This is Urlock the Great, and this channel is um, dedicated to video games that I enjoy playing. I'm always willing to take suggestions and everything like that, but more often than not, I'm going to put on games that I enjoy playing. The first game I'm going to open my channel up with is Sheltered. I actually really enjoy this game. I'm looking forward to Fallout 4 coming out soon, which hopefully I'll be streaming that either on my Twitch or on YouTube on my channel here. But I'd like to get started by playing Sheltered. And this game I bought quite a while back. I played for a while. I wound up completely dying. So I decided that I would go ahead and start showing you this game on YouTube and doing a full playthrough. And I want to see if you guys enjoy it or not. But yeah, I've already started recording, lost a bunch of footage, so I'm going to go ahead and start recording again, which brings us to right now. Well, I guess let's get started. So this game is kind of a apocalyptic, wasteland crafting, 60 seconds type of game. It's actually really enjoyable. The graphics are good. They're not great, but that's one of the things I like about it. It's a little gritty, especially for a post-apocalyptic game. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and customize my characters. This is going to be me, so we'll put on my name, Urlock. We'll go ahead and change his outfit a little bit and just kind of customize the characters a little bit just to make it a little bit more mine. I think the biggest part about this isn't so much what your character looks like, but your traits and your stats. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and just do it how I want to, and make my characters how I want to, and you guys obviously will want to make your characters how you want to when you go to play it. If you decide to play it, it's a great game. I highly recommend it. But let's get into it. So for my main character, I'm gonna use a two-person exploration team most of the time if I can. I want it to be a well-rounded team. One of the traits I'm going to choose is resourceful, and that's mainly so that way I can gain as much resources out of things as possible. But the stats are what's really important. Your intelligence, obviously, is how smart you are. Your charisma is how much you communicate. Perception, how much you can see. And dexterity is how much ability you have to move, and your strength is how strong your character is. So all of these traits don't really make a big difference when you're talking at your own shelter, but when you're out in the wasteland, it's fairly important. For instance, I'm going to be sending him out a lot. So for me, charisma is a big deal. That way he can communicate with other people and hopefully get his way out of situations where others might attack you more. And then I would also like a little bit of strength, so that way I know that he can defend himself if it comes down to that. So obviously I don't want to pick fully rounded, but I'll pick something that gives me a little bit more strength and charisma if I can. They don't give you much of an option. You either get, high in one and not in another. I mean, this one is good for intelligence. I like this one better. Athletic. It gives me good charisma and it gives me good strength. That'll go ahead and be my main character. Second person, I'll go ahead and choose a woman. I have no idea what to name this character. Let's just name it Sophie. Don't Don't care why. It's just a name I randomly chose. Um, let's see. So we're gonna give her. Again, it's mostly based on her stats. So I think for her, we're gonna give her a little bit different stats, um, just so that way we can feel like she's good enough if she has to go out there. I think we'll go ahead and choose proactive. That's it seems like a good trait to kind of keep her somewhat uplifted, so that way the grueling wasteland doesn't beat her down. Um, Her, we're going to choose a little bit more intelligence and charisma, and a higher perception. So perception actually helps you when you're on your expeditions. I'm going to give her a little bit higher charisma and perception, just in case she goes out. She doesn't necessarily have to be strong, but hopefully she can talk her way out of things. Um, and then child. All right, Cynthia's a fine name for a girl. We'll pick a girl and a boy. Um, we'll go ahead and give her some blue jeans and go ahead and give her a headband. It's not super important again. I'm going to go ahead and give her an optimistic trait, just so, again, hopefully it's a little easier for her to deal with the gravity of the situation. Children, as you can see on the right-hand side, have different stat presets. So she, know-it-all is basically a well-rounded character. I'm going to go ahead and give her a little bit higher dexterity, just so that way, if she does go out into the wasteland, she doesn't use as much water to be able to move around. And you guys will see what I mean here in a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and choose a boy for the second character, and we'll name him. Looks like Alfalfa. There. Alfalfa. So let's go ahead and choose hair, body type. I don't care. Traits. I think hands-on is a good one. Courageous is actually really good as well. I think I'm going to choose that just because he's going to be out with the dad. And then as far as his stats, I think I'm going to choose a stat that gives him a little bit more perception, charisma, and dexterity. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. And there's my family. So they're living in a wasteland, so we'll go ahead and name them the Wasted Family. Pet's name. As far as pets are concerned, it doesn't really matter. You can choose a dog or a cat. I do know that the dogs eat every day, cats every other day. You do have to choose a pet, so if you're going to have to choose a pet, I would guess in this case I'd rather choose a cat because it takes the food out of your actual rations, and I'd rather not waste rations on a pet as much as possible. My pet, I actually have a dog. His name is Hercules. I'm going to go ahead and name the cat Herc, because that is my dog's nickname, and that way it brings it back a little bit close to home. Anyway, so there's the Wasted Family, and let's get started and see exactly what this game is all about. Now, I've already, obviously, like I previously stated, I've played this game. I don't really want to play the tutorial. I don't have to. If you guys, when you guys get the game, if you feel like playing the tutorial, I highly recommend it. I don't need to. I already am pretty confident in my skills of being able to play this game. so I'm not too worried about it. Now, the important thing about this game is what you craft and what you do to build up your shelter is great for your shelter. However, keep in mind that you do have to use resources that you find out in the wasteland, and those resources sometimes come at a cost. Sometimes they're hard to find. It's one of those type of situations where you don't want to build too much and then find yourself needing something and not being able to find it, as well as you also don't want to be killing your people by sending them out into the waste every 2 seconds and running them into bad situations. So let's go ahead and check out what our journal here says. Day 1, we're alive. It's just us now, together. This is the family for our records and to whomever may find this in the future. Erlock, Sophie, Cynthia, Alfalfa, and our pet Herc. I can't believe we found this place. It's a bit rough around the edges, but it will provide good protection from the elements. Hopefully no one finds us down here. We just want some peace. So, like I said, it's been a little while since I've played this game. I'd really like for everyone to take that into consideration. Also, I'm new to YouTubing, so if there's anything that I'm doing wrong, if you actually happen to watch this and you enjoy it, excellent, I appreciate it. If not, well, I'll try again next time. Anyway, so the first things first, you do start out with materials. So this is your storage crate for right now. Items collected are stored here. You can create extra storage space by crafting more storage boxes. You start out with a plethora of things, especially fuel and other items that can help you upgrade relatively moderate things in the beginning. Obviously this isn't enough to survive on. The beautiful part about the beginning is it does give you a bunch of gas masks. Now when going out into the wasteland, there's two ways to go about it. One, you can do an expedition, which will actually physically send two or one or more people out into the wasteland, and you can also go up here above your base to fix things and to upgrade certain things up here, including this Winnebago over here. Stylish as can be. So the first things first, I'm going to go ahead and send Mom up here. When you get this game and you're rummaging around, you gotta take a look at your clipboard from time to time. Your clipboard will tell you the degradation on your items. Obviously, I only have 3 items right now that can actually be degraded, but just about everything will be able to be degraded eventually. I haven't seen it use items out of your stuff to fix them, but you have to take physical time to fix it and people. So it does get to a point where you just got to make sure that if these things get broken, that you don't lose important things, like for instance your oxygen filter, water filter, or your power generator. Everything is pretty bad off right now, so I'm going to take the Mom and I'm going to get her to fix the oxygen filter and the water filter. Going out into the waste, she obviously has to put on her suit before she goes up there to fix anything. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get her started and go ahead and actually tell her to fix both of those right off the bat. Now, as far as the workbench, when you go into the workbench to craft an item, I'll read this. Here you can make furniture for your shelter, craft weapons for combat, and traps to catch animals. So you obviously have different tiers of things. Right now, I can only make tier 1 stuff. Obviously it's beginning of the game. Tier 1 stuff isn't bad. The only problem with tier 1 stuff is it's not as good as tier 2. So in order to make tier 2 things, you have to upgrade your bench. I highly recommend that being your first thought to upgrade your workbench. So the workbench, you can increase your shelter's efficiency by upgrading your oxygen filter, generator, and water filter. Right now I'm going to go ahead, I know I have the items, I'm going to make at least the tier 1 You can see here the tier 2, I guess it would be. The tier 3 workbench obviously is going to take 7 hinges and 7 more rope. You know, that's stuff that you find out in the wasteland, and it's not going to be easy to find. Here for the last tier, tier 4, I'm going to need some other items as well, plus the upgrade for the tier 3. So it's going to take a little while to upgrade this stuff. As of right now, I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade it to tier 2, and this will allow me to build, for instance, better water butts. The water butts, although it's an extremely funny name, the water butts are what collect water when it rains. So that's a very important thing right off the bat, to make sure that you have enough water. Not only do you use it to actually drink from, but you actually also use it when you're exploring the wasteland. So it's a very important thing to have right off the bat. That way you're not stuck in your shelter and not being able to go find the other materials and other items that you need to be able to make it more comfortable for your people out in the wastes. Oh, look, there's a little bunny rabbit. I really wish that you could just club the bunny rabbit, but you can't, unfortunately. So first things first, so while he's making another water butt, I'm going to try and craft I need to get a bed, a shower, and a toilet. You can go with tier 1 stuff. In my opinion, it just makes more sense to go ahead and craft tier 2 if you can right away. Just so that way your characters aren't taking more time to do things that they have to do. So, in saying that, I'm going to... Great, I don't think I can make... okay. I don't think I can make a bed yet. That is terrible. But no, I can't make another room either. I think I've kind of screwed myself a little bit. I know I can move things around, and I think that that's where I'll be at here in a moment, is just having to kind of move stuff around in order to find the best place for stuff, so that way all these items can be used. So, let's see, can I move anything? No, I want to rearrange shelter. Can't move that anywhere. I really wish I could move this. There's somebody at the door. It could be a trader with some useful items. You should communicate with them through the intercom. Alright, let's see what they say. Marcus, I'm here to make a trade for the right price. Alright, let's see what you got, Marcus. You can trade items with your people that come to your shelter and when family members are out exploring. Perfect. So, that, again, is something that's actually really useful with this game, is the ability to trade with other people. Right now, I'm looking over the supplies of stuff that I have, and I actually like what I have right now. I don't really need anything. I mean, I would definitely like to take some of these nails. I'd like to take some of these water pipes, lights. I mean, there's stuff that I would like to use, but that's not something that I'm going to go ahead and trade right now. So, I think what I'm going to do is continue to rearrange just a little bit to see if I can't get a bed in here, because a bed is extremely important. There we go. Let's see. You are hungry. How hungry are you? So over here on the left hand side you have thirst, hunger, sleep, bathroom, shower, and then their stress level and their trauma level. Stress obviously is very important to keep spirits up. Trauma, obviously, something that you don't want to inflict on any of your characters. So, in saying that, I think the first thing that we're going to do is probably have the girl drink something and then eat something. And then once she drinks and eats, we will get her moving on. Mom is apparently done upstairs, so we will get her to return her suit. And then I think I'm going to have her fix the generator. Looks like Dad is done there. I would still like to get something in here if I can. Sweet. So I think I'm going to be able to get a shower in here, which is perfect. So now at least I have everything that I need in order for my characters to be able to survive for now. She's going to eat food. He's going to drink some water. He's going to drink some water. Once Mom's done, everyone will be able to do their thing. I think I'm actually going to have her build the shower. If I can. Wrong button. Looks like Mom's basically done, but I don't necessarily want Mom to do that yet. Although it looks like she's in the middle of it. So let's see. Can I have... Yeah, okay. So I can have the daughter resume. So the dad's sleeping for right now. We can speed up time just a little bit. Looks like Alfalfa needs to sleep and he needs to take a shower. He really does stink. I can smell him from here. I'm going to have Mom eat food, everything like that. Looks like Cynthia's almost done with the shower. And once she's done with the shower, she'll be able to hopefully rest. But everyone looks like they need to sleep. Unfortunately, Dad's the only one that's actually allowed to sleep right now, because I only have one bed. In saying that, I might send Stinky here to take a shower. And it looks like Mom's tired. Cynthia's tired. Again, Dad's the only one sleeping. Looks like he's actually good as far as sleep. He's in the green. I'm going to wake him up just because I want him to go out into the waste and start an expedition. I'm going to do that only because I need to start getting some materials up. I need to start getting this family rocking and rolling as far as starting to upgrade things and getting better health. I'm going to go ahead and send the kid out with him. So let's go ahead and start an expedition. Go ahead and choose the kid. For right now, this is actually going to help me. It's going to help me get more items right off the bat. As you can see where our house is, in relation to that, there are a lot of places that we can explore. This is the map. When you go to move anywhere, it takes water. So obviously you can't do too long of an expedition if you don't have enough water. In saying that, we'll go ahead and probably move to one of these places. It's going to use up all the rest of our water. I don't really want to do that, but at the same time, I don't have much of a choice right now, so I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. I will give him a pipe in order to... I will give him... nope, I don't want to take them all, just one. I'm going to equip him with a pipe in order for him to be able to defend himself. And I will equip him with a gas mask to begin with. And I will do the same for Stinky here. And I will send the party out. So you have a limited amount of supplies that you're allowed to grab in the beginning, like say a backpack kind of situation where you only have a limited amount of things. So in saying that, you don't really get much of an option. It's one of those, I really don't want to send them out with very little, but at the same time, you need to make sure that you're almost constantly bringing things in. And the more you see me play this game, the more we play this game together, the more you'll see exactly how your characters are. Again, I love this game. Highly recommend it if you want to play it yourself. Yeah, and we have a radio transmission. Let's see what it says. Hello, Alfalfa here. We've stumbled across a school, and it looks like it might have some good loot. Want us to take a look? Yes, of course. Like, I don't know why you're asking me. If it's got some loot, take a look. Let's go ahead and get Mom out of bed for the moment. We'll get the daughter in bed, and that way she can sleep. Again, we'll take a look at our clipboard. Now you can see, now I have a bed, generator, oxygen filter, a good shower, makeshift toilet, and the water filter still. So you can see as you build things, they'll have degradation. Some items will have degradation on them. If that's the case, then you obviously want to be able to keep an eye on if they're going to break or not. Alfalfa the base. There's somebody in the school. It looks like they want to talk. What should we do? Well, let's get involved. Because if they want to talk, there's a chance they might want to trade. Hail there, traveler. Okay, one to confirm. Yeah, we'll confirm. Whoa, hello? Are you hurt? Are you bleeding? There's never enough blood. I need more. I need yours. Okay, so she obviously wants to fight. I get the option to fight or flee. Well, I have two people with pipes and one crazy lady with a bat. So I'm going to say, get her, boys. You know, it is the wasteland. I'm not too worried about them attacking a woman. Obviously, she wants to fight. So I have several options here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose to subdue her as opposed to kill her. If I kill her, it causes stress and trauma. If I subdue her, I can actually potentially get a look at her items without having to actually cause any stress or trauma. Okay, so she resisted that. Ooh, and a counter-strike. How do you like them apples? So I'm going to go ahead and subdue with him. And she resisted that as well. We'll go ahead and keep trying to subdue her. Yeah, hit her in the head. That's right. No! No! She's currently beating the crap out of the kid. Alfalfa's a moron. He's also bleeding. That's not very good. I don't want to see him bleeding. But it's kind of one of those. Don't know really what else you're supposed to do here. Yeah, and she's really just beating the living crap out of the kid. And that's okay. I mean, oh, she's dazed. Yep, she has no idea what's going on right now. Boof. Ah, resisted. And still able to beat the crap out of the kid. He obviously is a moron. But that's okay. If I can actually knock her down, even though he's bleeding... Oh, man, she is just really clobbering him. I'd really... Oh, man, that hurts every time he bleeds. And she's dazed, but totally... I'd like to think at some point Man. She's just really resistant to me subduing her. There you go. Let's see if we can disarm her. There you go. And she picked her weapon back up. Okay. I think the kid's actually going to probably die here. That's not a good way to start the game out, I will be honest. You know, you don't really want him to die. I don't know why the subduing isn't really doing much. She's apparently real resilient because she is taking every hit and it is not affecting her at all. Okay, now she's bleeding. The kid's about to die, so we're going to see about escaping. And she might just chase us down until one of them dies. You know, it is what it is. Yep, sweet. So Alfalfa's dead immediately. Alright, that's not really good. Alright, well, that brings us to the end of our first playthrough. Good timing. You know, I might just play for a minute longer to see if I can beat this girl into submission. Okay, now I'm bleeding. This might all go terribly wrong immediately. And if that's the case, then so be it. I don't really understand. Maybe they changed it in one of the updates. You used to be able to subdue them, but it doesn't look like that's happening anymore. And I might just completely kill off my entire family right off the bat. And if that's the case, then, you know, unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. And if that's the case, then I might just start over. I would like to actually show you how this game is to play. And it's one of those that right now she is currently killing my guys. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Punched her in the face, but now he's going to die. I'm literally killing all of my family. This is not good. Okay, well, that brings us to the end of episode 1. Thank you guys. I hope you guys, anyone who sees this, enjoys it.